Good morning, everybody. Mark Finan here in the home weather office on this Wednesday morning. It's now the 22nd day of January 2025. This is the morning briefing coming to you from the home weather office, and it is another clear and cool morning in the area. There's even a little bit of frost outside the home weather office this morning. One quick note, I want to thank all of you for your kind words. Hopefully one of these days some of these bandages will go away and you'll be able to see my pretty face again. But not yet. All right, I want to start with this morning is, the snowstorm down south was just amazing. If your social media feed, well, my Twitter feed, is anything like mine, man, you saw some awesome videos and pictures yesterday of the snow in the south. So this is from the Mobile, Alabama Weather Service office, and this is a map showing local storm reports. And I just want to start with this because, to me, some of this is just amazing. And what you can do here is if you go to the Mobile, Alabama NWS page, you can find a link to this, and each one of these dots represents a storm report. And so we're in Pensacola, and what really amazes me is down here on the Barrier Islands, if you click on that, look at this, 6.8 inches of snow, 6.5 inches of snow. Up here up around Mobile, 8 inches of snow. This is just amazing. Fort Walton Beach, about an inch of snow, 2 inches of snow. There were some concentrated areas that saw as much as 8-9 inches of snow, so this is a little bit inland. And so you can just scroll around here and see just how much snow they had. So it wasn't just like one or two reports that saw a lot of snow. There were a lot of areas that saw 6 to 8 inches of snow. Now we're into southern Alabama here, and over into Mississippi. Same thing. There's an inch and a half of snow, 3 inches of snow. And into southern Louisiana, same thing, 7 inches of snow. All of these areas, even south of Highway 10, 8 inches of snow. This is down in the bayou. This is their swamp areas. I wasn't too far from here back in October. Actually, I went right through here. Yeah, we went down on this road. And now they had 8 inches of snow. Let's see, up here closer to Lafayette, 8 inches of snow. So it just wasn't one isolated report. And one of my favorite videos yesterday was from Bourbon Street down in New Orleans, where they were having a snowball fight on Bourbon Street. Yeah, 4 inches of snow, 2.5 inches of snow just on the west side of town. So if you want to check this out for yourself, this is just amazing stuff. And it's not some of these areas did have record amounts of snow, but I think the best description I saw of it was, once in a lifetime. They get these things every, 10, 15, 20 years or so. But this one was pretty epic for the South. And the other sad stat is that, there are places in Alabama that have had more snow in January than some areas in the Sierra, including around Tahoe. And what do you know? We still have a dry pattern in California. Here's Northern California this morning. We do have clear skies once again. We have some clouds down south. And it does look as though maybe by the weekend we might be able to get some rain down south. And it's looking like maybe a beneficial rain. It's not a ton, so we're not going to be worried about problems from rain. But I'll tell you what, just getting the humidity back up, getting rid of the offshore winds, and getting a little bit of water on the ground is going to be helpful. I'll show you more on that here in just a second. But for Northern California, the pattern just remains the same. So let's see. No, I wanted to go to this one first. Yep, this one. There we go. All right, so let's take a look at the GFS. And here is the pattern that we have. Big ridge here, little meandering low out here. But here's the big trough with all the cold air back east. All right, as we go through the next couple of days, the big high remains. That means more afternoons for the valley in the 60s with overnight lows in the 30s. Dry weather. Now we get into Friday. This little low digging down from the north will usher in colder air for the weekend. We may see some light snow in the Sierra, as well as this digs down, we're likely going to see a little bit of rain in Southern California. Notice the flow here. So we're up here into central Canada, and the flow comes offshore and then onshore. So it's that onshore down south that helps to bring some rain to Southern California. But in Northern California, we're just on that cold, dry side of the low, which means that any precipitation would be very, very limited. That low will eventually scoot out. Let's see, what day are we up to now? This is Monday. The low is still around, so it's still breezy and cool. And then the high gets reestablished, bringing us back into dry weather as we go through next week. So what about any chances of rain? Well, the models are actually pretty consistent. Oh, I didn't want to do that. I hate it when my computer does this. Thank you. There we go. All right. So we talked about this yesterday, and the models are actually pretty consistent with this, keeping us dry. This is Friday. Here's that low beginning to drop down from the north. Also notice where the 540 thickness line is here, and that'll be dropping down our way, indicating a drop in temperatures. Now here's the 540 thickness line, and let's go into Saturday morning. This is Saturday mid-morning, and as you can see, there is some light snow in the Sierra. For the valley, there is a north gradient, meaning a dry north wind, which would probably preclude getting anything in the way of rain in the valley or into the foothills for that matter. And we'd be talking about, inches of snow in the Sierra. But look at what's going on in Southern California. Yeah, maybe we get a little bit of rain down here. Isn't that nice? This is Saturday night, early Sunday morning. And that 540 thickness line is all the way down, almost all the way to San Diego, meaning Northern California is quite chilly. We'll be talking about daytime highs in the 50s this weekend. And then as that low sticks around into the day Monday morning should be quite cold, I would think, with a light gradient. Let's just go to Monday morning. This is Monday morning. Hardly any pressure gradient, cold air around. Yeah, I think Monday morning could be quite chilly. And then as that low lifts out, then we get back to our dry pattern that would last all the way through next week. Now, in terms of, let's see, I'll do snow accumulation here. Now, this is the GFS. Probably a little bit overdone. This is a little bit more robust than the previous models. I think this is a little on the high side just because of the nature of this sort of thing. We'll keep an eye on whether or not we need chain controls on 50 or 88 on Saturday night or Sunday. But then in terms of rain, so a little precip accumulation, hardly anything in the valley. And the rain totals down south, like I said, they're nothing to be too alarmed about here. Maybe 1/3 of an inch of rain, something like that. So that would just be a nice change to bring a little bit of water to the ground and that sort of thing. All right, enough about the weather because things are relatively quiet. I do want to bring you a reminder. Today is the 22nd day of January. On the 22nd day of February, I'm excited about this. Hope my face is pretty enough to be looked at by the time we get to February 22nd. We do have a photo expo. I'll be showing a lot of my photos that I've shot over the last 15 years or so, from vineyards of Northern California to Yosemite. I got some pictures from Ireland as well as from France. I'll be talking about the photos that I've taken. They'll be available for sale. And this is going to be taking place on Saturday, February 22nd from 2 to 5 p.m. at the David Gerard Vineyards. The location is on Cold Springs Road in Placerville. I'll attach a link so you can find out more about this. So save the date. Love to see you. I'll be, like I said, there chatting about photos, and they'll be available for sale and that sort of thing. I've just printed up some nice 24 by 36 inch metal prints of like this, and they're awesome, if I may say so myself. So that's everything I've got for you this morning. Like I said, hope my face heals up soon so I can be back on camera and talk to you. But that's everything I've got for you on this morning. Make it a great day. I'll talk with you later.